Hi everybody, how you doing? This is kind of awkward because I'm hand holding my phone, trying to do this to see if it's something that's helpful for folks. I do shows everywhere, states, overseas, everything else, and a lot of times I'll have younger artists who will come up to me at my shows, or actually older folks like me who have retired from real jobs and are getting into playing music. And the, some folks notice, even though I've been in the business for 40 years now and on the road and playing shows and stuff, that whenever I can and whenever it seems proper to do so, I'll put out a tip jar. And when I say proper to do so, if you get to a point where you're playing concerts where you're getting $10 to $25 a pop for tickets, you probably don't want to have a tip jar in front of the stage because that's a totally different venue. But when you're playing small clubs, when you're playing coffee shops, when you're playing some bars, unless there's chicken wire up in front of the stage, which I've played those gigs before, they're not fun. There's a scar over here. Anyway, it's important to have a tip jar out whenever you can do so. And the one idea I've always kind of had is trying to make the tip jar be somewhat inviting or something that will really catch the eye. And so what I've done is I want to show you what I got here. Okay, I ran over to the St. Vincent de Paul shop, secondhand store, and you can go to Goodwill or wherever you can get something, maybe a garage sale. And I found this. It's, as you can see, it's clear, so you can see into it. There's a lid on it. And something that's very important is it's plastic, especially if you're on the road a lot or if you're going around places and you have other people helping you carry stuff in and out. You don't want glass. Trust me, I've done it before, and there are venues where the owner gets really pissed off if you knock your tip jar over and glass just ends up everywhere all over the floor. So anyway, I went over to St. Vincent de Paul, and for a buck I got this. Brought it home. I got out my Sharpies, and here's the one thing that I need because I'm not the most organized guy in the world. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. I'm not the most organized guy in the world. So I got this, brought it home, and I do have in my rig bag, which is down there, and also in my product bag, I have a little sign that says "Tips for Musicians." Actually, I also carry one in my backpack gig bag guitar case, just in case I'm just out somewhere and I open my case. But anyway, in order to try to look more organized and a little bit more professional, I set this thing down and I open it up. Ta-da! Right there, I did a little artsy fartsy thing with a couple Sharpies. So I can just set this down at the club, open it up, and there it is. Now, I always try, whenever I can, to have with me a $5 bill, and a 10 spot, a $10 bill. The reason I do this is if you're like on a campus where there's a coffee shop, campus coffee shop, you want to seed, you want to put primer money in there so when people see it they go, oh, that's where I put the money. So at a coffee shop or something where there's a lot of college kids, or maybe an area where there's more middle income people, a $5 bill works. There are other venues where you play where having a $10 bill in there it's kind of a psychological thing. Somebody sees a $5 bill or they see a $10 bill and they're thinking, well, okay, I can at least put that much in there. Now, I had an idea today, again, because of the brain cells that have burned out over the years. And this is legal, by the way. I went online and looked for American currency. Now, if you're in Canada, or overseas, you want to look up whatever the currency in the country you're in. But I found, I don't know if that shows up on my MacBook where you can see it or not, but on American currency, they actually have a $5 bill and a $10 bill and also a $1,000 bill and all that other stuff. And you can print that out, and it'll print out if you have a halfway decent printer, which you've bought for anywhere from $60 or more, you can actually print out the currency so it's the same color as currency. The reason I'm saying it's legal is because you're printing the currency on regular printer paper that you have in your $60 printer, and you're not trying to use this to buy anything. You're not trying to get yourself a beer with a fake $10 bill, but you would put that in your tip jar so that you can just leave it there, and you don't have to worry about stealing from your tip jar because you want to put gas in the car, or you need to put gas in the car. Instead, you just have 2 pieces of paper in there. Anyway, that's just an idea I have, and I know it seems super simple and stupid, but when I was younger, I wish more people had given me super simple, stupid suggestions, so that there wouldn't have been several years that I was running around without a tip jar and borrowing whatever I could from anywhere. But I really think that, personally, I think having the clear plastic is important, because having a basket or a bucket, it's not quite as inviting to put money in somewhere. If I just think for a lot of people, being able to see their money going into the tip jar is helpful. Anyway, that's my little tip for anybody who might want it, and hope to see you again soon. Let me know if you like this. If you have other ideas you want to add to this, please add them down in the comments. Be nice, be as positive with your critiques if you have critiques, or if something else has worked better for you. And oh man, I need gas. Talk to you soon. Thanks, bye.